Factor analysis. So, mathematicians utilize the factor analysis techniques to break down huge numbers into small ones. Additionally, this method converts all the variables into single score by removing the maximum ordinary variance from each one. It is a component of the general linear model, which accepts a number of theories that incorporate relevant variables, linear relationship, real correlation, and no multi-collinear tree into the study of factors variables. This method converts all the variables into single score by removing the maximum ordinary variance from each one. So as I mentioned, mathematicians utilize this technique to break down huge numbers into smaller ones. There are types of factors analysis: a principal component analysis, common factor analysis, image factoring, and maximum likelihood method. And firstly, we'll understand principal component analysis. So it is the most common method which the researchers use. Also, it extracts the maximum variance and put them into the first factor. Subsequently, it removes the variance explained by the first factor and extracts the second factor. Moreover, it goes on until the last factor. Common factor analysis. It's the second most favored technique by researchers. Also, it extracts common variance and put them into factors. Furthermore, this technique doesn't include the variance of all variables and using SEM. Image factoring. It is on the basis of the correlation matrix and make us use regression technique in order to predict the factor in image factoring. Maximum likelihood method. It also works on the correlation matrix, but uses a maximum likelihood method to factor. Now, assumptions of factor analysis. So there are no outliers in the data. The sample size is supposed to be greater than the factor. It is interdependency method, so there should be no perfect multi-collinearity between the variables. Factor analysis is a linear function, thus it doesn't require homoscedasticity between variables. It also be used on the linearity assumption, so we can use non-linear variables. However, after a transfer, they change into a linear variable. Methods of factor analysis. Exploratory factor analysis. It assumes that any variable or indicator can be associated with any factor. Moreover, it is the most common method used by researchers. Furthermore, it isn't based on your prior theory. Confirmatory factor analysis. It is used to determine the factors loading and factors of measured variables and to confirm what it expects on the basis of pre-established assumptions. Besides, it uses two approaches, the traditional method and the SEM method. SEM approach method, I mean.